So I have a problem. My beers aren't quite frosty enough. So I decided to get a beer froster. And it turns out beer froster is actually German for tiny fridge. This video is sponsored by New Air. More on that later. This little unassuming unit right here will chill your beer down to 23 degrees Fahrenheit, which means even your worst beers will taste delicious. You see, my problem is that the fridge inside the house is dedicated for like food and stuff. And there's no room for tasty frosted beverages. And unlike my last house, I don't have a fridge in the garage. Our other fridge is actually in the basement. And let's be honest, one flight of stairs is quite a commitment. So I want to have a small space dedicated for frosty beverages. And I thought I'd take the time to build an enclosure for this little New Air unit that makes it just look just a little bit more cool. Now this build is obviously over the top. It does serve one purpose, and that is to get this thing a little bit higher up off the floor so I don't throw up my back every time I go to grab a beer. But mainly the intent is just to make this thing look really cool. And the first step for that process is to build the cabinet itself. Now I'm gonna paint this at the end of it, so I don't really care about using fancy woods or all that good stuff. So let's grab some measurements from the fridge and knock out that quick assembly process. So quick tip, I've started using this and it's made a big difference for me. Label your pieces using some blue painter's tape. You can even use them to indicate which side is the top or the front, so you can really keep things straight, especially as you're doing secondary operations like dados or rabbits. I kind of think of it like taking Beano for your brain farts. Another tip I always follow is to dial in your dado stack width with a test cut. Don't assume. I've tried. It doesn't work, at least for me. The instant my wife hears me using the brad nailer, she comes running, so pumped. The only downside is she goes through about 46 brad nails per linear foot, but hey, she's having a good time. So I thought I'd get a little fancy and add a cutout to the lower front face frame. I also didn't feel like changing my bandsaw blade to a smaller blade, so I had to get creative on those tight radiuses. Radii? Whatever. Once I got them close enough, I cleaned them up on the drill press using my drum sander attachment. I don't have one of those fancy uppy downy roundy sanders. Okay, so one of the more ridiculous parts of this build is incorporating a custom laser cut stainless steel sign I got from a company called Send Cut Send. You basically just draw up your design, and in a couple of days, you have a real life metal version of it. I've used them before, and it is truly mind-blowing. I'll leave a link down below if you wanna go check it out, but I would really recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so I got the metal sign along with a white acrylic piece to go behind it. What this will do is to diffuse the light so that all of the letters light up evenly. Yes, they will light up. More on that later. Sometimes, honestly, I forget I have this little pop-up paint shelter. It's perfect for a small job like this. And a small Lazy Susan underneath makes getting to all sides quick and easy. And now for those lights. This is an LED kit that I bought, which again, I'll link down below, that is really cheap and super easy to install. It's literally just plug and play. To mount the LEDs, I made a small panel that's gonna fit inside of that top cavity with a little cutout on the side to allow the LED strip to feed through the back. Now the LED strips in this kit are about 15 feet long and have an adhesive backing, so you can pretty much attach them to anything. And you can trim them to whatever size you need. And then I did a quick test before I installed them just to make sure everything was working okay. Now it's probably tough to tell, but we're in the laundry room and there's a spot conveniently in the corner underneath this countertop we had built that I think is just the perfect home for this. It's on the way out to the shop, it's by the kitchen. I think it'll work. Oh, and don't mind the cord going up around there. I'm gonna put an outlet back here. I just haven't done it yet. What do you think? Now, right off the bat, there's a couple things that I wish I would have done a little bit different. The first one is I wish I would have dialed in my paint settings. I actually got a couple runs on the front, and that's gonna bother me forever. So I'll probably refinish this thing at some point. The second thing on the same topic as painting is I painted this thing outside in my little pop-up spray shelter and then left it out there to dry, but then it rained. So the top actually got kind of screwed up. Now, in my case, I'm not gonna see the top because it gets pushed up underneath that little counter in the laundry room, but I think that also contributed to the less than stellar paint job I got And the third thing is I wish I would have designed it in such a way to have this plate go in afterwards. Because I taped it off, I've got some little edges around here that didn't quite get painted, so I'll have to go back and touch those up. But other than that, totally stoked with it. It's exactly what I was looking for. A place to store beers that's easy to get to and isn't the main fridge. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this build is sponsored by New Air, who supplied me with this cool little beer froster. More specifically, the NBF 046SS00. And if you want to get your hands on one, I'll have a link down in the video description. The thing is actually pretty awesome. A couple of things that I really like about it is the size. Now this thing is pretty small and you could fit it pretty much anywhere. So it'd actually be a great addition to most shops. The second thing I really like about it is how you can set it to 23 degrees Fahrenheit, which is much colder than most fridges you can buy off the market. And it's specifically made for beer, which shouldn't freeze at that temperature. And the last thing that I think is super cool about this thing is the capacity itself. This can hold 46 cans of your favorite beer, which means that's enough for like you and like one friend. Thank you so much for watching. I definitely made mistakes in this build, but it was fun just making something that was kind of pointless for inside the house. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Leave those down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button, and you know the drill, subscribe if you're not already. I will catch you guys on the next project, and until then, keep pursuing shop and beer greatness.